join us in a cozy ski adventure to the Alps of France. We will walk together through snow-covered paths, glide down pristine mountain slopes, arrive at a cozy mountain lodge at Les Trois Vallées, and settle into the warmth and comfort that waits inside. Before we begin tonight's journey, I want to share the heart behind Sleepbound Traveler. This space was created for adults who long for a moment of peace, a soft landing at the end of a long day. Think of it as your nightly passport to calm, where every story becomes a doorway to rest. Each episode is crafted with intention, soothing narration, gentle soundscapes, history, culture, and slow unfolding adventures designed to quiet the mind. As you listen, you're invited to wander through serene destinations. If these journeys bring you comfort, consider liking, subscribing, and giving us a comment. It helps us continue creating peaceful escapes for you to enjoy night after night. We are traveling together to a place of profound peace. Imagine yourself immersed into sleep meditation in a peaceful lodge up in the Alps mountains, high above the world, where the air is crisp and pure, where snow blankets everything in soft silence. A welcoming refuge awaits you. You are safe here. You are calm. You are exactly where you need to be. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs with cool, clean air. Hold it gently for a moment. Now release it slowly, letting your entire body melt a little deeper into relaxation. Feel your heartbeat, steady and sure. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest. There's nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. You are here at this moment, and that is all you need to do. Every step of this journey is designed to help you let go, to ease you into the most peaceful sleep. You are calm, relaxed, only enjoying your beautiful experience here with me. You find yourself standing at the base of a mountain path on a late winter afternoon. The sky above is a soft gradient of pale blue, fading into gentle lavender near the horizon. The sun has begun its descent, casting long golden rays across the snow-covered landscape. Everything is bathed in this warm, honeyed light that makes the white snow shimmer with subtle shades of amber and rose. The air is cold, but not unpleasantly so. It touches your cheeks with a refreshing coolness that makes you feel alive and present. When you breathe in, the air fills your lungs with a clarity you've almost forgotten existed. It smells clean, with a faint sweetness of pine and the mineral freshness of snow. Each breath out creates a small cloud of vapor that drifts away on the gentle breeze. Before you stretch a path that winds upward through a forest of evergreen trees. These ancient pines and firs stand tall and dignified, their branches heavy with accumulated snow. The weight of it has bent some branches downward, creating graceful arcs of green and white. Here and there, you can see the deep green of the needles peeking through the snow, a reminder of life beneath winter's blanket. You begin walking, and your boots make a soft crunching sound in the fresh powder. Each step presses down into the snow, creating perfect footprints behind you. The sound is rhythmic and soothing. Crunch, crunch, crunch. A gentle percussion that marks your steady progress upward. You fall into an easy pace, neither hurried nor slow, just right for this peaceful ascent. As you walk, you notice how quiet everything is. The forest around you holds a special kind of silence that only winter can bring. It's not an empty silence, but rather a full one, rich with presence. You can hear the occasional whisper of wind moving through the high branches. Sometimes a clump of snow releases from a branch and falls softly to the ground below. These small sounds only emphasize the greater quiet that surrounds you. The path curves gently as it climbs, and you follow it with ease. Your breathing finds a natural rhythm with your steps. Breathe in for 3 steps. Breathe out for 3 steps. Your body warms from the movement, a pleasant contrast to the cool air on your face. Inside your winter coat, you feel cozy and protected. Your hands are warm in your gloves. Your feet are comfortable in your sturdy boots. Sunlight filters through the trees in slanted beams, creating patterns of light and shadow on the snowy path ahead. When you walk through these beams of light, you can see tiny particles of ice crystal sparkling in the air like diamond dust. The beauty of it makes you pause for a moment, just to take it in. The world feels magical here, untouched and pristine. You continue your gentle climb, and with each step, you feel more relaxed. The simple act of putting one foot in front of the other becomes meditative. Your mind begins to quiet, releasing thoughts of the day behind you. Up here, none of that matter. There are only the trees, the snow, the path, and the peaceful rhythm of your movement. The forest opens up occasionally, offering glimpses of the valley far below. You can see the landscape stretching out in layers of white and green, dotted here and there with clusters of distant villages. Thin trails of smoke rise from chimneys, perfectly vertical in the still air. The sight fills you with a sense of calm contentment. The world goes on down there, but you are here, climbing higher, leaving it all behind for now. A bird calls out somewhere in the trees, its voice clear and musical in the quiet air. You smile at the sound. Life continues, even in this winter stillness. Everything has its place, its time, its rhythm. The path narrows slightly as you walk between 2 large fir trees, their branches creating a natural archway overhead. Snow from their branches has built up into a thick covering, forming a tunnel of white and green. As you pass beneath, the light becomes softer, filtered through layers of snow and needles. It feels like passing through a threshold into an even more peaceful realm. Emerging on the other side, you find the path leveling out somewhat. You've climbed quite a distance now, though the journey has felt effortless, almost dreamlike. Your legs carry you forward with ease. Your breathing remains steady and calm. Each exhale releases a bit more tension, a bit more of whatever you've been carrying. As the forest begins to thin, you notice a change in the landscape. The trees give way to open slopes, and before you stretch one of the most magnificent ski areas in the world, Les Trois Vallées in the French Alps. 600 kilometers of pristine slopes unfold before your eyes. A vast network of runs that cascade down the mountainsides like frozen rivers of white. You realize that your ski equipment has been with you all along, waiting for this moment. Your skis rest easily on your shoulder, light and perfectly balanced. Your poles hang comfortably from your other hand. It's time for a different kind of journey now. One of graceful descent and exhilarating freedom. You find a gentle clearing where you can prepare. Sitting on a smooth boulder dusted with snow, you begin the familiar ritual of putting on your ski boots. The plastic shells click into place with satisfying snaps. You stand, feeling the solid support around your ankles, and step into your bindings. Click, click. The sound is confident and sure. Standing at the top of a gentle, intermediate slope, you take a moment to absorb the view. The afternoon sun bathes the mountains in golden light. The snow beneath your skis is perfect, fresh powder over a groomed base. The kind of conditions that make every turn feel like floating. In the distance, you can see the 3 valleys that give this area its name, each one a masterpiece of alpine beauty. You push off gently with your poles, feeling the familiar glide as your skis begin to move. Slowly at first, you ease into the rhythm. Your knees bend slightly, absorbing the terrain. Your weight shifts naturally from ski to ski as you carve gentle turns down the slope. The cold air rushes past your face, bringing tears to your eyes, tears of pure joy and freedom. The sensation is extraordinary. You are flying, but safely, controlled, part of the mountain itself. Each turn sends up a small spray of powder snow that catches the light like scattered diamonds. The sound of your skis cutting through the snow is a soft, continuous whisper. As you descend, movement catches your eye to your right. High on a rocky outcropping, a group of alpine ibex stands watching you. These magnificent creatures, with their impossibly curved horns, seem to study you with calm curiosity. Their thick winter coats are the color of old stone and shadow. They're completely at home on these steep slopes, their hooves finding a purchase where it seems impossible. You slow slightly, marveling at them. They remain still, majestic sentinels of the high mountains. You continue your descent, and the slope begins to steepen just a little. Your heart rate increases, not with fear, but with that pleasant edge of excitement that comes from meeting a challenge. You shift your weight more deliberately, turning with greater precision. The world narrows to just this: the snow, the mountain, the rhythm of your movement. Ahead, the trail winds through a section bordered by pine trees. As you enter this natural corridor, a flash of movement in your peripheral vision makes you turn your head. A chamois, agile and deer-like, bounds across the slope above you with impossible grace. Its tan coat stands out against the white snow, and you watch and wonder as it leaps from one small ledge to another, completely comfortable on terrain that would be treacherous for you. Then another chamois appears, and another, a small group moving together with perfect synchronization. The sight fills you with such joy that you almost forget to turn, and you have to quickly adjust, feeling the edges of your skis bite into the snow. Your heart gives a little leap, but it's all part of the adventure. You're fully present now, completely engaged with this moment. The slope opens up again, wider now, and you let yourself pick up just a bit more speed. The wind sings in your ears. Your muscles work in harmony, each small adjustment happening without thought, your body knowing exactly what to do. This is what freedom feels like. High above you, a shadow passes over the snow. You look up and your breath catches. A golden eagle soars overhead, its massive wings spread wide, riding the thermal currents with effortless mastery. The afternoon sun turns its feathers to burnished gold. It circles once, twice, its keen eyes scanning the slopes below. You feel a kinship with this magnificent bird, both of you flying in your own ways, both of you free. The trail curves to the left, and as you lean into the turn, you notice something small and perfectly camouflaged in the snow ahead. A ptarmigan, its winter plumage pure white, sits near a cluster of exposed rocks. You wouldn't have seen it at all except for its black eye and the slight shadow it casts. As you ski past, it remains motionless, trusting in its camouflage. Only when you've passed does it flutter a few feet away, landing again and disappearing once more into the white landscape. Your legs are beginning to feel the pleasant burn of exertion now. Your breath comes a little faster, but it feels good, alive, vital, present. You are completely here, completely now. The slope steepens more dramatically ahead, and you feel the flutter of uncertainty mixed with excitement in your chest. This section will require focus. You breathe deeply, centering yourself, and commit to the descent. Your turns become quicker, more dynamic. Your skis chatter slightly over some harder snow, and you adjust your weight to maintain control. The speed builds. The world rushes past. Your heart pounds with exhilaration. And then, just for a moment, you catch an edge. Everything happens very quickly. Your ski digs into the snow at the wrong angle. Your balance shifts. You feel yourself beginning to fall, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. The world tilts. Sky and snow trade places. You tumble, not violently, but definitely falling, rolling once, twice in the soft powder. Snow flies up around you, cold and shocking against your face, down your neck, everywhere. Your skis release from your bindings as they're designed to do. You slide several feet on your side before finally coming to a stop in a cloud of white. For a moment, you just lie there, half buried in the snow, your heart racing. The sky above is impossibly blue. You hear nothing but your own breathing and the tiny sound of settling snow. Then you begin to assess. You move your fingers, your toes, you flex your ankles, your knees. Everything works. A dull ache begins to make itself known in your left leg, just above the knee. You'll have a bruise there tomorrow, no doubt. But nothing is seriously hurt. Nothing is broken or sprained. Relief washes over you, followed immediately by a surprised laugh. You actually laugh out loud, lying there in the snow. Because you're okay. Because this is all part of the adventure. Because the fall was almost as thrilling as the skiing itself. Slowly, you push yourself up to sitting, snow cascading off your jacket and pants. Your skis have ended up a few yards downslope, and your poles are scattered nearby. You brush the snow from your face, your gloves, your goggles. The cold has shocked you fully alert, every nerve ending awake and aware. You stand carefully, testing your leg. Yes, there will definitely be a bruise, and it's tender to the touch, but you can put weight on it without problem. You're fine. You're more than fine. You're alive in a way that only comes from moments like this. Retrieving your skis takes a few minutes. You climb back up the slope slightly, your ski boots awkward in the deep snow. Each ski is claimed and brushed clean of snow. Your poles are collected, and then you're ready to continue. Perhaps a little more cautious now, but no less enchanted by the experience. As you click back into your bindings, you notice movement in the tree line. A black grouse, its feathers dark against the snow, watches you from a low branch. Its red eyebrow is brilliant even from this distance. It seems to nod at you, or perhaps you imagine it, as if acknowledging your resilience, your willingness to get back up and continue. You push off again, but gentler now, more measured. The ache in your leg is a reminder to stay present, to respect the mountain. You make your turns wider, smoother, flowing down the slope like water rather than racing like wind. And gradually, the exhilaration returns. Not the wild rush of before, but something deeper. A profound satisfaction in moving through this incredible landscape, in being part of this ancient dance between gravity and grace, between caution and courage. The slope begins to level out, becoming gentler, easier. Your breathing slows, your heartbeat returns to normal. The adrenaline fades, replaced by a deep, peaceful tiredness. The good kind, the kind that comes from having fully engaged with life. You ski into a wide, flat area where the slope transitions into a gentle traverse. Ahead, through a gap in the trees, you can see your destination. The mountain lodge sits in a wide clearing, perfectly positioned to take in the spectacular view of the surrounding peaks. It's a beautiful structure, built from dark timber and local stone, with a steeply pitched roof designed to shed the heavy Alpine snows. Warm light glows from the windows, golden and inviting against the deepening blue of the evening sky. Smoke rises from a large stone chimney, carrying with it the promise of warmth and comfort. Your heart lifts at the sight of it. This is where you're meant to be. You side-slip the last gentle section, your skis parallel, controlling your descent with easy precision. At the base, there's a ski rack where other skis and poles are already stored. You click out of your bindings, feeling the immediate relief in your feet and the tender reminder in your leg of your earlier fall. You secure your equipment in the rack, brushing the last of the snow from your jacket and pants. You approach the lodge slowly, taking in every detail. The building seems to grow organically from the landscape, as if it's been here for centuries. The timber walls have weathered to a rich, deep brown, and the stones of the foundation are smooth and ancient. Wide wooden steps lead up to a broad covered porch that wraps around the front of the building. The porch posts are thick and sturdy, carved with simple but elegant details. From the eaves hang icicles, long and crystalline, catching the last rays of sunlight and transforming them into prisms of color. Beneath the porch roof, you notice wooden benches with thick cushions, a stack of split firewood arranged neatly against the wall, and a pair of old wooden skis crossed decoratively near the door. As you climb the steps, your boots thump gently on the solid wood. The sound is muffled by the snow clinging to your soles. You pause at the top step and turn to look back at the view. From here, you can see across the entire valley to the distant peaks on the far side. The mountains rise in magnificent layers, each one a different shade of blue-gray, fading lighter as they recede into the distance. The sky above them is beginning to show the first hints of evening color. Soft pinks and purples gathering at the edges. You can trace the path of your descent with your eyes, seeing the slope where you fell, where you laughed, where you experienced both the thrill and the tumble. A small smile plays on your lips. You did that. You lived that moment fully. You stand there for a long moment, just breathing and looking. The beauty of it settles into your chest, creating a feeling of expansion and peace. This is what you came for. This moment. This peace. Turning back to the lodge, you notice the door is made of heavy wood, dark and polished with age. It has wrought iron hinges and a simple iron handle worn smooth by countless hands. You reach for it, and the metal is cool under your palm. The door opens with a low, satisfying creak, swinging inward to reveal the warm interior. Immediately, you're enveloped in warmth. The difference between the cold exterior air and the cozy interior creates a delicious contrast that makes you sigh with contentment. The warmth touches your cold cheeks and nose. You step across the threshold and gently close the door behind you. The sound of it shutting is solid and final. You are inside now, safe from the cold, welcomed into this haven of comfort. The interior of the lodge opens before you in all its rustic elegance. You're standing in a large, great room with a high beamed ceiling. The beams are massive timbers, dark with age, crossing the space overhead in strong, clean lines. The walls are the same rich wood, glowing warmly in the light from various sources around the room. But what draws your eye immediately is the fireplace. It dominates the far wall, a magnificent structure built from river stones of varying sizes and colors, grays and browns and hints of rust and cream, all fitted together with expert craftsmanship. The fireplace is large enough that you could stand inside it. And right now, it hosts a substantial fire that crackles and pops with lively energy. Listen to the sound of the wood fire crackling in the fireplace as it burns. The logs shift occasionally, sending up small showers of sparks that dance briefly before fading. The flames move in a hypnotic dance. The heat radiating from the fire fills the entire room with a cozy warmth that you can feel from where you stand. You begin removing your winter layers. First, your gloves, pulling them off finger by finger and tucking them into your pockets. Then your scarf, unwinding it from around your neck and feeling the freedom as your throat is released from its soft pressure. Your sky jacket comes next, and you shrug out of it with a sense of relief, of shedding the outer world along with the outer layers. As you move, you're mindful of your left leg. The bruise is making itself known, a tender spot that reminds you of your adventure on the slopes. There's a coat rack near the door, made from a naturally branching piece of wood with the bark still on it. Polished smooth. You hang your coat there, and it joins a few other winter garments, already hanging evidence of other travelers who found their way to this peaceful refuge. Now, without your heavy outdoor clothes, you can move more freely. You're dressed in comfortable layers, soft wool and warm cotton that feel gentle against your skin. Your feet are still in your ski boots, but you notice a row of slippers lined up near the door, various sizes and styles, all well worn and welcoming. You sit on a nearby bench to unlace your boots, taking your time with the task. Each lace loosens, each loop releases, and finally you pull your feet free. The relief is immediate and wonderful. You select a pair of sheepskin slippers, soft and warm, and slide your feet into them. They're perfectly comfortable, molding gently to your feet. The sheepskin lining is luxuriously soft, and you wiggle your toes in pleasure. Now you can truly explore this space. The great room is furnished with deep, comfortable seating arranged around the fireplace. There are several large sofas upholstered in rich fabrics, burgundy and forest green and deep brown, all piled with cushions and wool blankets. Between the sofas sit low wooden tables, their surfaces worn smooth and scattered with books, candles, and simple wooden bowls. The floor is made of wide planks, polished by years of use until they glow softly in the firelight. Here and there, thick woven rugs in traditional patterns add warmth and color. Your feet move silently across these surfaces as you walk deeper into the room, favoring your left leg ever so slightly. To one side, you notice a long wooden dining table surrounded by mismatched chairs, each one unique but somehow perfect in the collection. The table's surface is scarred and beautiful, marked by years of shared meals and conversations. In the center sits a simple arrangement, a wooden bowl filled with pine cones and evergreen branches, and several candles in varying heights, their flames adding to the warm glow of the room. The walls are decorated sparingly, but thoughtfully. Here, an old pair of snowshoes crossed and mounted. There, a collection of antique skiing equipment. On another wall, botanical prints of alpine flowers, framed simply. And everywhere, the warm wood paneling glows in the firelight, creating an atmosphere of timeless comfort. You move toward the fireplace, drawn by its warmth and light. As you get closer, you can feel the heat intensifying, reaching out to you in waves. You settle onto one of the large sofas positioned directly in front of the fire, sinking into cushions so soft they seem to embrace you. The upholstery is slightly nubby against your hands, the texture of quality wool. You extend your left leg carefully, the bruise tender but manageable. A badge of honor from your mountain adventure. Immediately you notice a folded blanket on the arm of the sofa. It's made of thick wool in a pattern of cream and gray and rust. You unfold it and spread it across your lap, pulling it up to your chest. The weight of it is comforting, and the warmth it provides adds to the warmth from the fire until you feel completely, perfectly cozy. You lean back into the sofa, letting your head rest against the soft cushions behind you. Your body melts into the furniture, every muscle releasing its tension. Your shoulders drop, your jaw loosens. Your hands rest gently on the blanket, palms up, completely relaxed. From this position, you can watch the fire dance and play. The flames move in ever-changing patterns, sometimes leaping high, sometimes settling into a steady flicker. The logs glow red at their core, white hot in the places where the fire is most intense. The wood crackles and snaps, punctuating the quiet with cheerful sounds that speak of warmth and safety and home. The heat from the fire touches your face in gentle waves. You can feel it on your cheeks, on your forehead, on your hands where they rest outside the blanket. It's the most pleasant sensation, neither too hot nor too mild, just perfect for this moment. The warmth seeps into your bruised leg, soothing the tender spot, easing any remaining tension. Your breathing naturally slows and deepens, in through your nose, filling your lungs with the warm air that smells of wood smoke and pine and something indefinably comforting. Out through your slightly parted lips, releasing everything you don't need. Each breath seems to take you deeper into relaxation, deeper into peace. Time passes in that fluid way it has when you're completely relaxed and have nowhere else to be. The fire continues its dance, the flames growing slowly smaller as the logs burn down. But someone, you don't see who, adds another log without disturbing your reverie. The new wood catches quickly, and the fire surges back to life with renewed enthusiasm. The light outside the windows has changed. What was golden has become blue, that deep blue of Alpine twilight that seems to glow from within. Through the large windows that face the valley, you can see the first stars beginning to appear. They're incredibly bright up here, away from any city lights. Sharp points of white against the darkening sky. You notice there are other people in the lodge, though they move quietly, respectfully. A couple sits at the dining table, playing cards by candlelight, their low conversation a pleasant murmur in the background. Someone else sits in a chair on the other side of the fireplace, reading a book, occasionally turning a page with a soft rustle. The presence of others doesn't disturb your peace. Instead, it adds to it, creating a sense of shared comfort, of community and coziness. Somewhere in the lodge, perhaps in an unseen kitchen, someone is preparing food. You catch the scent of something wonderful, perhaps bread baking, or soup simmering, or spices warming. The aroma drifts through the space, making your mouth water slightly, and your stomach give a gentle, pleasant rumble. But you feel no urgency. You're exactly where you want to be. On the table beside your sofa, you notice a tray has been placed. On it sits a ceramic mug, steam rising from it in delicate curls. Next to the mug is a small plate with what looks like cookies or biscuits. You reach for the mug, wrapping both hands around it, and the warmth seeps into your palms. You bring it close to your face and breathe in the aroma. It's mulled wine. You can smell the cinnamon and cloves, the orange, and the rich wine beneath it all. The scent is complex and warming, promising comfort with every sip. You blow gently across the surface, watching the steam swirl and dance. Then take a small taste. The liquid touches your lips first, hot but not burning. Then the flavor spreads across your tongue, sweet and spiced, the wine mellowed and transformed by the warming process. You swallow, and you can feel the warmth traveling down your throat, spreading through your chest, radiating outward to your fingers and toes. It's like drinking comfort itself. You take another sip, then another, savoring each one. Between sips, you set the mug back on the table and reach for one of the cookies. It's shortbread, buttery and crumbly, dusted with sugar. You take a bite, and it melts on your tongue. The perfect complement to the spiced wine. This simple pleasure, the warmth, the flavors, the comfortable seat, the dancing fire, feels like everything you need. Your chest fills with a quiet gratitude. You think briefly of the eagles and ibex, the chamois and the ptarmigan, the golden eagle soaring overhead. You think of the moment you fell and the moment you rose again. All of it feels perfect, necessary, part of the journey that brought you here. You are calm, relaxed, only enjoying your beautiful experience. The windows have become mirrors now, the darkness outside complete enough that they reflect the interior of the lodge back to you. The fire, the candles, the warm lamps create a golden glow that seems to float in the dark glass. Occasionally, you can still see through to the outside, where the snow reflects starlight in a faint luminescence. The fire has burned down to a bed of glowing coals with flames dancing lazily above them. The heat it gives off is steady and sure, filling the room with a constant, reliable warmth. The crackling has diminished to occasional soft pops and whispers, a lullaby of burning wood. Your eyes grow heavy. Watching the fire is hypnotic, and you find your eyelids drooping, lifting, drooping again. There's no reason to fight it. Sleep is welcome here. Rest is the whole purpose. You shift slightly on the sofa, adjusting the blanket, finding the perfect position. The cushions seem to mold themselves to your body, supporting you in all the right places. Your head rests on a pillow someone has thoughtfully placed there. The pillow is covered in soft linen that's cool against your cheek. The sounds in the room are all quiet now. The card players have put away their game and disappeared to their rooms. The readers closed their book and departed silently. You might be alone in the great room now, or there might be others resting as quietly as you are. It doesn't matter. Peace is absolute. Outside, it has begun to snow again. You can't hear it, but you can see it when you open your eyes just slightly. Large, soft flakes drifting past the windows, illuminated briefly when they pass near enough to the light. They fall slowly, gently, adding to the layers already on the ground, blanketing everything in deeper softness, deeper quiet. The world outside is being tucked in for the night, and so are you. Your breathing has become very slow, very deep. Your chest rises and falls in a gentle rhythm that matches the flickering of the fire. Each breath takes you further down into relaxation, further towards sleep. The fire blurs before your eyes. The flames and coals merge into abstract patterns of light and warmth. You're not quite asleep yet, but you're not quite awake either. You're floating in that perfect in-between space where everything is soft and easy. Your body feels weightless, despite the comforting pressure of the blanket. Your arms and legs are heavy and relaxed, pleasantly tired from the day's journey, from the walk through the forest, from the exhilarating descent down the slopes, from the gentle tumble that reminded you of your own resilience. Your face is smooth, all tension released from around your eyes, your mouth, your jaw. The warmth surrounds you completely now. It's not just the fire. It's the room itself, the lodge itself, this mountain refuge that holds you gently in its protection. Nothing can disturb you here. Nothing can reach you. You are safe, warm, deeply and profoundly at peace. Time stops meaning anything. The crackling of the fire becomes distant, like something you're remembering rather than hearing. The soft light seems to pulse gently with your heartbeat, or perhaps your heartbeat has slowed to match the gentle pulsing of the light. Somewhere far away, a clock might be ticking. Somewhere in the lodge, floorboards might creak softly as the wood settles in the night's cold. Somewhere outside, the snow continues its gentle descent, but all of this is far away, separated from you by layers of warmth and comfort and approaching sleep. Your thoughts, which have been quiet for a while now, begin to dissolve completely. There's nothing you need to think about, nothing you need to remember, plan, or worry over. Everything is taken care of. Everything is just as it should be. The boundaries between your body and the sofa, between the blanket and your skin, between you and this warm, safe space begin to blur. You're being held by something larger than yourself. The lodge, the mountain, the night itself. Your eyelids are closed now, though you can't remember closing them. Behind them, you can still sense the warm glow of the fire, but it's becoming fainter, more distant, like a star receding. Breathe in, slowly, deeply, drawing in peace. Breathe out, completely, releasing everything else. Breathe in, warmth, safety, comfort. Breathe out, tension, thought, waking. Your heartbeat is slow and strong. Your blood moves through your veins in warm, gentle currents. Every cell in your body is relaxing, releasing, letting go. The fire whispers soft assurances. The lodge holds you secure. The mountain stands eternal and strong around you. You sink deeper into the cushions, or perhaps they're rising to meet you, to support you perfectly. The night wraps around everything like the softest blanket, and you simply let go.